Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to HEX Tech. Alright, so what is it? Basically I'm going to be just going over various tech, taking maybe a card or maybe a couple of cards and building decks, starting with a base deck, utilizing that tech and then, trying it out, and then also, seeing what we can do if we then change the secondary color for the deck, or even adding one, if we start with a mono color. So today we're going to be utilizing these two cards here. So let me just get those up. So we've got Mindcall and Cyclone Shaper, two cards I like very much. Mindcall is something I've been testing quite a lot actually recently in various decks, as it does enable you to do a lot of nice stuff, and it works exceptionally well with Empower cards like the Cyclone Shaper here. So yeah, Mindcall, quite simply, just you get to play it for one. Then you choose two cards in your hand to give those cards -1 cost. So pretty straightforward. Then you've got the Cyclone Shaper here, which is, as I said, an Empower card. It is a 3-cost card. If you want to empower that by default, you then have to pay 6 resources. But if you use Mindcall, which will then reduce its normal cost there from 3 to 2, when you then empower, that number will double, and that'll make it so it's a 4-cost. And you'll have a 4/6 flyer that also the other number here, because Empower makes it so pretty much all the numbers double. So the text here where it says actions in your hand have cost -1, that will also double so that you'll have -2 cost. And that's the starting of a combo there, as if you can get that down and have protection in hand with things like Counter Magic and Verdict, then you can protect it and then start doing your combo where you just start going bananas and potentially draw out your whole deck. So anyway, that's the cards we're going to be looking at today. So we've got a deck that we're going to be starting with first, which some of you may have already seen before on my stream. So yeah, it's basically Ruby-Sapphire that is utilizing these two cards as a bit of a base. And then now, so some people will say, Mindcall, that they don't like it because of the fact that it's card disadvantage. You're using this, it does nothing besides reduce the cost of the cards in your hand. So you're getting a negative advantage. You're taking away a card from yourself, and that's not great. But the ways we can make up for that is with things like Lanapor's Sight and Oracle Song. So we have a lot of card draw, and the good thing about having those is they're 3-cost cards. So if you have Mindcall in your opening hand, you can then allow you can put these down to 2 cost and make it so you then can play that on turn 2, which is a very nice turn 2 play, especially when the meta is aggressive. You really can't afford to be, doing, these kind of things on turn 3 in a lot of cases. One thing I just noticed is, wait, no, where are my transmographates? So maybe this isn't the latest list? Maybe they're in the sideboard? Yeah, for whatever reason they're in the sideboard. Let's actually just put another one in there. But for the purpose of just showing the combination off, we're not going to care too much about what answers, basically what answers we have for, what the opponents are potentially doing, because that's something, you're going to change based on the meta anyway. Like I could, for example, if I want Take Out Burn, as the win condition isn't, that's not really part of the win condition, so what we will actually do is switch those out. Like so, and then basically mono Sapphire at this point. So we're using Ruby just for Rage Fires over here. Excuse me. So what I'm actually going to do here is also take out another Ruby, so we don't need to be playing them super early. I mean, anyway. That doesn't matter. So basically, we're almost mono Sapphire at this point. We can obviously do put in other Ruby cards and all that, but this is the base combo we're going to go with here, and Phoenix is decent as well. But yeah, so again, with cards like Mindcall, it's not exactly, you're hurting yourself there. But if you've got enough card draw, you can make up for that with these here. You obviously then want to also reduce this to get that at a 4-cost empowered. Also doing it on Renlock is not bad. And if you've got Renlock in play, it is going to get you cards as well. So very action heavy. You've got Dunfield Sears, just early trope that will get you that nice effect on your next action there. So pretty straightforward. But yeah, instead of talking about it all day, let's just jump into a quick practice game here. Whoops. Let's save that. So I'm just going to do it against AI, just so you can see how you know, the deck operates, how the tech works, give you an idea. And yeah, so let's get into it. Alright. So, let's go first. Let's see if we can get a Mindcall into... No, alright, so that's not the greatest of hands. It's slow, but I mean, we'll keep it. Maybe I shouldn't actually. Maybe I should have ditched it, just, you know, because we want to obviously show off the tech. But we'll give it a couple turns, and maybe I'll just start again. This is where a pre-prepared video would actually probably work pretty well. Either way, we'll just see how we go here. That's a lot of counter magics. We did get a Mindcall though, so that's actually not too bad. So what we're going to do here is reduce a counter magic and a Renlock. Oh, right, okay, there was an Anarchist, I didn't see that. So just do that, that way we can use that counter if we need to, which is probable. Crackling, well, okay, I don't need to counter that, never mind. So we'll potentially just let all this happen. We're going to take a big chunk of damage, but by reducing the cost of that, means now on turn 5 we could play Renlock and Protect, but we don't have the tech what we're after just yet. And we are under pressure. Oops, I probably should have been countering some of this stuff. But, well. Transmog is actually decent on 1-drops, so... What am I going to do is I'm going to... I could do that and then Transmog. I could even Transmog that. Knowing that this... I mean, the Renlock will die, almost certainly. Floobs. Let's do that. And we're going to transmog this, and hopefully it just turns into a... Alright, that's fine. That's okay. Well, I mean, no, it's honestly not that fine. As it can, you know, if the AI it knows what it's doing, it just completely screws over my tech. If I draw... Okay, never mind, it's just gonna... Alright, that's fine, that's fine. Alright, so sadly I'm not drawing well here. And, wait a second. So that's with the card draw on that. So, let's just play this. Let's do this on base 6, so that'll revert back to a 2, so we get it back to a 1. Yeah, whatever. Just see what... Ah, there we go. I was hoping to get a shard, and we did get it. Sadly, it's not a ruby. I would have liked to be... There we go. Next turn, we get to do that. So let's just play out some stuff here. We're expecting to lose Renlock here. Very much so. And I'm going to even have to discard it. That's okay. Oh no, it's against the AI, so I don't need to. So, is Rennie going to die? Oh, no swings there. Alright, that's... Oh, okay. Sadly, I'm not getting the tech. But we are at enough resources to be able to play an Empowered Shaper and then combo off. But that's still... Yeah, we have to wait. So, we'll do that. Draw a card. And at this point, I'd probably just leave up the counters. So yeah, didn't get, obviously, you know, the super good curve where you get Mindcall into like a Lana Pause and a Cyclone Shaper or something. It's always nice if you can do that. So we're just going to counter this with a 3-cost one, which maybe is wrong, but because obviously I could have had 2 and 2 there, but it turns out it's okay. So we'll get enough resources. Need that? Yeah, let's just do that. Just draw a card, not a resource. Eh, screw it, let's do another one. And let's just pass the turn. Alright, that's fine. So eventually we'll get into our Shaper, eventually. Maybe. It could be all at the bottom of the deck. Alright, so wait a second. Guess we'll do that. Alright, so there's another Mindcall, which is nice. Double card draw. Wow, a lot of shards. Another Mindcall. Alright, so we're going to do this. as it will draw me a card, and then I can reduce that card I draw. So many floops. So we're going to put this down to 1. We'll put that to 0. And we'll play that. Hopefully get a Shaper. No. That's a shame. So we'll make that a... We'll make that a 2. And we'll make that a 0. Play that. Oh, it's got cards on it? Oh, sweet. Alright, so what we're going to do is now play that. This is silly. Come on, where's the Shapers at? All this draw? All this draw. Bunch of floops. So I'll make that 0 now. And we'll make... What do we got here? We'll make that 1. Whatever. Alright, maybe I'll get there. Maybe not. But I should be fine here. We'll get rid of the resources that don't have card draw on it. So there's one of them in there that has it. I just saw it. There's 2? No, just 1. So we'll just do all that. Don't need to counter that. Maybe I should have just draw a card, but it's fine. So we're probably going to see a Ruby-Sapphire now. Well, no, if it had Ruby-Sapphire, it would have done it ages ago. Alright, so nothing else to cast. Hey, there it is. Alright, did I keep a Mindcall or did I use them all? And it doesn't really matter at this point, obviously. So we're going to play that resource. We're then going to do the Shapey. We're going to play it. And you'll notice, obviously, everything reducing in cost. So, we'll play that. There's a Rage-Fire, didn't hit with a... That's fine, let's just kill that. I could just go face it and probably combo off. Sadly I can't play that. So yeah, might as well just draw more cards, because why not? I may even just be able to... Yeah, okay, so this is where the kicker here is, this has also got card draw on it, and as I'm getting close to ending my deck here, I will be able to likely just keep getting it, just keep drawing that same Rage-Fire potentially. And I can obviously just keep casting, things like this here, just for free. And again, we're going to get to the point, if I can just keep casting stuff, which I think I've run out. Yeah, ran out of stuff there, but it's okay, I've got free stuff I can cast. Anyway, let's just pass the turn. Obviously we can't lose at this point, we are just against the AI of course, but let's just discard stuff we don't need, pretty much all this stuff here. We'll keep one of the Shapers. Raise some more shards, that'll do. So yeah, we'll just counter anything here, just because we want to draw those Rage-Fires, which we're very likely going to do. Here we go. No. So this has card draw on it. I do need to be careful not to deck myself, but since not all Rage-Fires have draw on it, that'll be fine. So we can just, in this example here, draw 2 cards off that. It'll go back in the deck. Let's just actually empower... Let's empower this one here. So yeah, just do that. Whoops, and now I'm playing the wrong one. It's over here. Do that, just make all the actions free. Not too relevant, but I do need to be careful, because I could easily deck myself. But we'll just do this, which will draw me a lot of cards. But I just need to not play this Rage-Fire here. That one will, I'll just play the one that, like so. I'll then draw another Rage-Fire. That one goes back in, so I can literally just keep playing this Rage-Fire, and I'll just be drawing 1 card a turn, which will get me, basically I have now an infinite cycle of Rage-Fire, but I don't have an infinite amount of targets, so just in this example here, I can kill that, get back, the Rage-Fire, as long as I'm not playing in this scenario. I mean, obviously you'd be doing this all day, every day, but because I have Renlock in play, so if I lost Renlock at some point, like actually, let's just do this, just to show you what I mean. So we'll kill Renlock, and because we have the card drawing one now there is obviously a chance that we just don't get this one again, but actually I guess it's actually too late, because I need to, let's just kill this actually, and just see what we get. Obviously we know we're going to draw a Rage-Fire, but had I drawn, had most of my Rage-Fires had card drawn, I could have just keep going with Rage-Fires for forever, provided I had, I could have not killed the Shaper, of course. So yeah, and that's the way you win with that version. I did that way too long. That took forever. So anyway, that was the Sapphire Ruby version there. I mean, you can also do, like I have another version here which I'll quickly show you all. I'm sure some of you saw it the other day. It's probably this one. So this one uses the artisanal sommelier, as you get to create wine, and there's a lot of good wine that you can cast cheaply, and also there's the 2-cost one that draws both players' cards, which, if you've got the Shaper out, you can just draw your whole deck very quickly. And this version here, as you can see, again it's Ruby-Sapphire, but we're running, instead of Oracle Song, we've got Mentor of the Song. So we can have that Ardent Troop, so we get, if we get this down, it then gives us the wine, and then when it dies, which we can kill it ourselves if we like, and then just, again, you've got lots of ways to do the combo, and again, yes, you got Mindcall. So, yeah, just a few more. That's just a different variation. But let's then now go have a look at what happens if we get rid of the Ruby. And so I actually have one build already from the other day. So I just need to find it amongst all this floobs that I need to clean up. So I have, what did I call it though, the question? SD action, that's what I call it. So this here, basically, you took, alright, so we ditch the Ruby, and then we say, okay, we want to keep, obviously, everything we need in the Sapphire, so we've still got, Lanapor's Sight, we've still got some, in this case we went down in Oracle Songs, but we actually have more actions in it, well, not really. Actually, maybe there is more actions in this version, but it still has a lot of card draw, and you get to run Silver Talon as well. You get to run Rutherford Banks, so you get, there's obviously a lot of pros and cons. This version has probably got a bit more, let's say, reliable control compared to the Ruby-Sapphire version, because the Ruby-Sapphire, you're very reliant on Transmog alone to deal with the big stuff. As Ragefire, maybe you don't get it big enough in time, or, there's certain things you can't also deal with just damage. Whereas if you add in Diamond, you now have things like Martyr you can run. There's many different things you can run in Diamond. I don't actually have them in here at the moment, but that's not important. The fact is that if we take out the Ruby and then say, alright, okay, we're going to lose that win condition of Ragefire to the face, or, to everything, like we did at the end there. But okay, so what win condition can we go for? That is, in this case it's a bit more fun, and that's Ildren's Parade. So it's an action, so we can get that reduced in cost, and we make some little elephants here, some Ilgen, and that's not that important, but we get actions by using the major gem. So we'll get 2 troops and 2 actions in our hand, and those actions will be 2 cost or lower, so combos nicely with the Cyclone Shaper. So we could play that out, get some actions, play those out, get some actions, and so on. So I'm actually going to add in another Renlock, because we saw how he works, obviously, in just making sure you can just keep drawing and drawing. So we'll put another one of him in there. Should have 22 shards, yep. So I'm actually going to take out one of the Silver Talons, we'll just put it in there. And the reason for that is because, it's not an action, but, it is very nice against, aggro decks. Obviously that heal and the draw is very nice. It's also another card you can, Mindcall, reduce either Lanapors and Oracle, and maybe you do that as well, so you can then have card draw on 2, and then a body on 3 that also potentially heals you and draws you cards again, so really nice. In this case, I'm just going to take out a Martyr, put it in the reserves, and we'll just put another Transmog in the main. No specific reason, we're just going to do it, as I should, and then we could always put more Martyrs and other stuff. Again, you want to look at what ways does Diamond, what things can we use from Diamond. So if I was to go over here and just say, alright, well let's look at the actions, since we want to be using mainly actions. So we obviously want to filter off PvE. We want to also then just go bang, bang, bang. No, I didn't want to click the third one. And do that. So we can say, alright, here's some actions. So if you wanted, you could do an escalation card as well, but that's not very relevant. Put a few repels in the side, why not? Put an immortality, yeah, why not? You could run a stone skin as well. We could, you know, there's many things you can run. Obviously, when set 6 comes, we're going to be losing some cards. But, you know, just for an example of different ways you can protect Shaper, you've got, for example, Arcane Shield is a nice way, getting a permanent spell shield, which would, you know, is very strong. You can do Stone Skin for temporary but cheap, for protecting, you know, Renlock or the Shaper. You know, works very nicely with the Shaper, as you can even just play it on 3 and have the protection. So that's pretty nice. But generally, you know, I like to stick with just things like Verdict, or Arcane Shield. I've got versions with Arcane Shield as well. But the reason why you generally want to stick with these kind of things is because, you know, that this can answer anything, so that's a plus. And these can stop all actions, so that's nice. Whereas obviously these are very, very specific, and Arcane Shield also, you know, doesn't stop everything. It's just there to protect your troop. So yeah, and since we have Rutherford Banks, it's not really too important. We can always get this back if it dies. But, you know, oh yes, on turn 7. But anyway, so that we'll just start with this build here. This is a really fun card though, the Origins Parade. So as you can see, pretty much the same list for the most part for the Sapphire package. We've got obviously the important tech with Mindcall and Shaper, and we're gonna just save. Yeah, Halt is also another decent one. So I'll just, I mean, it's not the best, but I mean, it's something you can definitely put inside. You're obviously going to base that on, you know, what your opponent's running. So if they're running a lot of quick action removal, then, you know, that's something you could bring in there. What's going on here? Oh, okay, too many minors. Let's just save that. So yeah, let's do another practice here, and we'll just, you know, again, it's going to work mostly the same. Maybe we'll get a better curve this time. We'll see. And then obviously the win condition is it's not as good because you can deck yourself. But yeah, we'll see what sort of hand we get here. So honestly, pretty rubbish, because it's super slow. But we got 2 transmogs, so good control there. So we'll keep it, even though we still didn't get the tech in the opening hand. You know, just having a Mindcall, like one Mindcall here and a Shaper would have been fantastic. I can then Mindcall the Lanapors and a Shaper, but even just having a Mindcall would have been nice to do on both of these, because then I'd have a nice turn 2 play and a nice turn 3 play. But either way, that's fine. So let's do that. And yeah, Chronic Madness is a fun way to an escalation card you can utilize. I'm doing this just because it's a lot of fun to do. But obviously yeah, I guess we'll do that. And we turn into a Verdant Mill. Sweet. Good stuff. Always good when things turn into something completely useless. So we'll pass the turn there. But yeah, I mean, there's many ways you can... I just wanted to use something from Diamond. You know, if you want, you can do a Mono Sapphire version with Chronic Madness. The downside to that is you have even less control. Whereas at least with Rage Fire, you've got something that can kill troops like Might Singers and so on. And then as it gets bigger and bigger, you get to kill more things. Which is obviously very nice. The risk of doing Chronic Madness as a win condition in any deck is the fact that it doesn't do anything to the board. So, you know, then you have just, you know, you're already, you know, Sapphire isn't the best when it comes to, you know, board state control. You know, the reliable removals, you could transform something and turn it into something even worse. Even if it's a 1-drop, there are some nasty ones. So in this case, wait, we just drew one of these, that one there, so we've got card draw on this, so notice my hand has got 5 cards. We'll play this. We'll get 2 bodies on the board. We draw a card, and now we're at 7. So, wait a second. What did that just do then? Was that 5? I played it, so I did 4. Yeah, I then drew a card 5 and 6, 7. So that's correct. So I guess, yeah. So I made Broodnet and a Bravery. So that's perfectly fine. We've got 2 bodies on the board, so we can block now. So yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's a fun card. I like Illidan's Parade, as I was saying, and that's why I'm using it in the Diamond version here, as it is a lot of fun to do. So right now we're going to just go there. Can't block this, so we'll just block over there. That's fine. We got Broodnet for that anyway. And we get another card here. So what we're going to do is play that. See what we get. Well, that's a fantastic draw. So let's play this here. Draw another card. Surprisingly, maybe I didn't put my thresholds correct, But obviously Sapphire is our primary, so I'm pretty surprised that I haven't got a second one yet. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to actually do this yet. The reason for that is we will have too many cards in hand. So we're going to just go with the Broodnet on there. We're going to actually just do that now, just because whatever, doesn't really matter. And we'll leave up the transmog. Technically, you know, doing that is wrong, but I don't. It's just AI, we're just mucking around. So, blah blah blah. Actually, what I might even do is just do this. I should have done it first, but it doesn't matter. There we go. See, it worked out. I knew it was going to happen. Wizard powers. Alright. So, now we can do this, get some more actions in hand. Yeah, this is the right play, as we don't have that Sapphire yet. So we get a free Susan Breeze, that's always nice. So we've got the... oh wait, Power Sapphire. So now this is not something that would normally happen. This is because we're playing against the AI that we get something pretty awesome. So what I'm actually going to do here is play it, because why not? So Mindcall is nice. We've got the Charge Power, but we don't have anything we want to get back. Now you can get back these, and you'll get another free action, but we're going to save that. First, you know, we don't need it. We got plenty of card advantage. Plenty. So we'll just pass the turn, not expecting anything to happen here. So a Silver Talon, that's nice, but we're just going to heal with that basically. So what we're going to do is we'll just play this. See if I can get a Sapphire at some point maybe. And we'll play that. And now we're going to reduce this and the other one. And then we're going to play that, reduce that, and then we'll just add that to the board for the heals. And again, we'll just pass the turn. So sadly not getting the Shapers. They want to stay hidden. The main tech that we're trying to show off, I mean, it's okay, I don't mind. Just, I didn't really want to drag this out, but well. Still no second Sapphire, that's pretty sad. We've got card draw on there. And there we go. So we get a well. That's always nice. So we're going to draw another card. Maybe we'll get a Shaper off the top. Let's rub it for good luck. Look at that. See that? Wizard Powers? That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. Right there. So now we can empower this, obviously, and we have protection. Open. And we've got the Charge Power as well. So now we can play... Now, we could play this, but there's no reason to do it, as we are running Renlock, so, you know, unless we're going to take fatal damage out of nowhere, there's no reason to cast that at the moment when you're running cards like Renlock. So yes, I could be swinging and doing some damage here. We're just going to wait to have a bit more fun here, now that we got one of the key techs in play. Alright, so, blah-de-blah. But as you can see, we have a lot of protection here, so there's really actually, you know, once you've got a board state like this, or even if I just had this on play, and I had a hand like this, like, there's like literally no way you could lose unless there was already you're already going to die, basically. But now it's impossible. I can literally just sit here and stop everything the computer plays. But as I was saying, we don't have like, you know, if we get Renlock, for example, which I'm going to cast this card drawing counter here. But if we get Renlock, then we can combo and get to more, you know, like I said, the win condition in this is not the best because we're not, you know, we're basically just making these dudes and getting flyers and whatever. It's not as good as like something like Ragefire, which you just keep getting over and over again. So I guess we're just going to pass here. We just want to draw a Renlock at this point, just for a bit of fun. Which, I mean, could technically take a while. Let's actually check to see if we have card draw and anything. No. Alright. We'll, let's swing. Pass the turn. Alright, so we might as well counter. Whatever's. Alright, I'm gonna give it one more draw, and then if I don't get anything, we'll just kill the opponent. I mean, you get the idea. Obviously, now we're just mucking around at this point. But you know. So obviously, you know, one thing we get from doing Sapphire is, you know, obviously running Illidan's Parade is, you know, not necessary. You don't need to run that, but you can just use Sapphire for more reliable control, like things like, you know, Martyr that can deal with everything, and not kill things is also important for certain cards like Underworld Crusader and so on. But yeah, you can get, you know, complement the deck based on its, you know, weaknesses that it might have. So yeah, we didn't get anything there, so let's just transmog that just to see what it turns into. Actually, you know what? Let's just do that. Oh, look at that, it's a million. So now we're going to use a charge power. See what free action we get here. So ends display, we get a prize fall. Pretty useless. We'll just throw out a heal. And we're going to swing in now for Fatal. And then what we're going to do is, I'm not going to bother playing, you know, the next variations and stuff, but I'll show you guys, you know, again, we'll take the package that we have, the standard Sapphire tech that you want to be using, and then we'll look at, you know, what happens if we then want to try Blood, for example. So obviously Blood has other good cards as well, so we take out the Diamond. Oops, I took out a counter magic. Let's put that back in there, as it is pretty important. Could do other stuff though, like I was saying, you can do, what was the card called? The Arcane, what's its name? Shield, Arcane Shield. Anyway, so yeah, take out the Diamond. And then we go, alright, let's keep, you know, there's certain cards that you want to be running. You know, Transmog obviously is nice. Seer, Mindcall, you want to have these. 2 or 4 oracles, or, you know, this is something that you might want to change based on what you're going to take from the other color. Obviously you need Cyclone Shapers, and Renlock is good, like really good, but you could always go down to 1, and maybe in some cases you might even go up in Renlocks. But yeah, Blunderpore Sight you definitely want to have as well. So obviously we're going to lose that charge power as well, but let's go over to Blood, and for the most part you want to just be looking at the actions. So let's just do that. We also need to get rid of PvE. So now here's something we can do, right? So first thing, you know, first thing that catches my eye here is, okay, what can we get from Blood that could be interesting? So there's another card here in the game that reduces things by cost 2 at random. Now it's a non-resource card from your deck into your hand. So the odds of hitting a Cyclone Shaper are pretty low, but I mean, we can try it out just for a bit of fun, as it does give us another way to reduce the cost of, you know, I mean, we could just hit, you know, you could play it on 2, and you can obviously hit things you then can't play, and like, it's actually, no, I wouldn't recommend doing it, because you are running things like this that you might not get to cast for several turns, or might not want to, so you'll just end up hurting yourself. So yes, while at first glance it's like, oh yeah, minus cost, that's obviously nice, we're not going to put that in, because of the, you know, the fact that we have cards that we might not be able to play quickly. So now we could go for Win Condition Escalation card, which obviously comes set 6, not going to be doable, but that's not, you know, we're just showing off how the tech can be used. So Relentless Corruption is always nice, and you know, it's a lot of fun, but the fact that you're stealing stuff from your opponent means that you might not be stealing actions, which then you don't get to combo as heavy. But I mean, I love the artwork for this card as well. We're not going to bother with that. We've already done Escalation with Ragefire. So let's actually sort by cost here and have a look at what we might want to do. So first of all, you could go for that, but that's not exactly great. So in terms of, we want to be looking for a win condition, because we can't just expect to be flying in with a Shaper and winning that way. So we really need to be looking for win conditions, and maybe a bit more control. So you could go for like Hero Falls, which is double threshold, so ideally you want to stick with, you know, especially if you want to then go more Sapphire heavy, just to make sure you're getting your Sapphire thresholds, you want to then try to stick to single threshold cards where you can. So yeah, so we don't actually have a win condition yet. There is, however, something we could do for fun, which I think I will do. It's something I've shown off like ages ago as just, you know, a fun little combo, and we're going to actually utilize it in this deck, as it will actually work really nicely if we can get... Yeah, so let me find it. Actually, it's not even a blood card, what I'm thinking of. So, we actually maybe have to just do a... No, we will need to do blood still. So, give me a moment. What's it called? I need to remember. Okay, I remember now. So, we're going to go like this. So, we're going to take Brood Bounty. So, the reason why we can use this as a win condition is in blood, we can get the ability to keep getting this back every turn. So then it's a cheap action we can just keep playing. So we may actually, in this version, want to run, multiple, an extra Renlock. So what we're going to do here is throw in 4 of those. Now, the reason why this works really good is the fact that if you can get this prophesized with, Thunderfield Seer or Lanapor's Sight, it means every time you play it, you keep drawing cards. So, again, it's something you can play, draw a card if you've got it prophesized, and then we can use blood to make sure we're always getting a spider every turn via the champion. Why am I going all the way down there? What's it called? I've probably scrolled past it. No, it's right at the top. So, Mr. Zorath here, summon a Dread Banner. Now, the Dread Banner makes Dreadlings, which are indeed robot shroomkin spiders. So, because it's a spider, you then get back. Now, it is double blood, but it's a turn 5 double blood. So, let's go back to looking at blood itself and see what else we might want to do. But that is a, basically, you could do a Mono Sapphire version with that as a win condition. However, you're going to be waiting a lot longer to get the spiders. So having the blood, even if I just do blood just for this, it'll make that a lot more consistent. And then we could do things like Tribunal Magistrate if you wanted, but that's not really worth it. You'd have to run more Venom. And again, we want to be sticking with actions if we can help it. So we could go for, more control cards. I'm just having a look here. So we're getting way too high cost. I don't know why I kept going down. So, bear with me for a moment. So I don't really want something like this because, the reliability of being able to play it on 2 is not great. So I'm not going to bother. Withering Touch is actually okay. It's not too bad. But that's more of something you'd put in the side. I mean, you could main deck a couple of them. So I still need to put resource, so I don't even actually know how many spaces I have free here. So I might just put in some Hero Falls. If I can find the damn flippers. Could go with Reap. But, Hero Falls much nicer, there it is. Let's just do that. Let's actually see. Right, let's put the resources in. Oops. Alright, click there. Nope, this one. So obviously you want to get the Jewel Shard, which will have a well next set, so that'll be nice. Actually, what set is this? Yep. So, I mean, yeah, sadly we're losing Renlock. Yeah, he's really nice. I'll check that in a moment, Frizz. Thank you for that. So let's put in some blood. We're going to probably want to do like 7. And then we're going to check that. And we should be at, yep, we're at 20. So that's exactly right. So there we go. So that's, again, we're not really doing much with the blood. But as I said, we want to be making sure. So we're basically just using blood really for this. We get a nice removal card, and that's cool and all, but, again, it's mainly another Mono Sapphire version, but we are adding blood for something important for when it comes to this win condition. And you know what? Let's just save that real quick. So we'll just call that SB. We'll save it, and we'll do a quick, well, before I do go into that, so obviously when it comes to doing like Wild, you get to then do Winter Moon. And you can do things like Crash of Beast, as it is a nice action. It's escalation as well. but again, it's another card that is rotating out, so that's not something that's going to be doable. And there's also obviously, what color haven't we done? So, done that. So yeah, it's just Wild. Sapphire Wild is nice because you get Winter Moon, very, very nice sexy champion. And you can do some other stuff that's nice to Mindcall as well. I don't think there was anything great in terms of win condition though. Crash of Beast is an option. Alright, that's generally what you'd throw in there. Again, nice escalation card. But it's not, you know, it's the Sapphire Wild from what I was looking at just the other day. Not as good as like what you can do with the other colors. So we've looked at 3 examples. I am gonna jump into a quick game here and see if we can get the Brood Bounty stuff going, because it is a lot of fun to see. So let's quickly do that, and that'll pretty much cap out the episode here. As oh my lordy, that's a bad hand. It would be a great hand if that was I mean, not great, but it'd be an okay hand if that was a Sapphire. So that's a shame. We do get some Mind Calls now. It's just 1 Sapphire. That's a pretty flooby hand. But what we're going to do here is we're going to Mind Call, do that and that. Now this hand is really bad because I mean it's not keepable really, because doing this doesn't do anything. Because now we're probably going to draw an action we can't play, and therefore we're not going to get that card advantage at these guys. Well, not advantage, but get the cantrip effect basically. So there's an action we can't play. So I basically now have to do this and wait for my opponent to draw a card. So yeah, terrible starting there. Bad shards are bad. So maybe I'll get... No, we're going to see a Feral Ogre. Yep, that's a Feral Ogre. So I might just quit here. Oh, there's a Brood Bounty though. Wait. This is what I wanted to get. See now, if that was the next... Oh man, double card draw on that would have been really sick. So let's just quit. Let's try that again, shall we? Now, I have actually done a deck in the past which used very minimal actions with the Brood Bounty combo, just so it's guaranteed for the most part with that. But it is just it's not something I really explored too deeply. It is really nice though. I mean, getting something back with card draw on it that you can play every turn. Why did I hit save for? So I am running 22. Yep. So let's try that once more here, and then we'll yeah, we'll see. Let me actually quickly check something in the background here. So, let's see what sort of hand we get. And that's much better. Sadly, no Mindcall this time. And also, again, no Shaper. We just never want to get the Shaper. So we'll play that. Play the Seer. Now, will we hit a Brood Bounty? Probably not. The odds are obviously not the best, but maybe we'll get lucky and we can show it off. But if we don't hit it with that, maybe we'll hit it with, you know, another one or a... Oh, hello. That's nice. So we'll grab our second Sapphire here. So yeah, now let's wait to see what we get. We'll see how this goes. We'll give it a, you know, certain amount of turns, but I'm not going to drag this out too much. This is going to be a pretty long flute episode. So yada yada. Alright, so we got our thresholds. That's nice. We'll just pass the turn. Don't need to do this yet. I mean, first of all, we wouldn't be able to protect it if we did. If we want to play it, we can do it on the next turn, but, you know, it's something we want to empower anyway. And if we get a Mind Call, well then, that'll be very nice. Oh, killing the Thunderfields here, that's pretty rude. So we'll play that, pass the turn once again. So we're almost at the ability to just get those guaranteed spiders, which means if we get Brood Bounty, especially if it's a Brood Bounty with card draw on it, oh, it's so nice. Very, very delicious. So we'll just take this damage. Not worried about that. Now that's something where we're actually not going to counter it. We're going to transmog it instead, which means it could still turn into a threat that kicks my butt. In this case, we're lucky, and it's only 1 damage. So now we've got a Hero Fall with you know, draw a card on it, so that's pretty nice. So we'll make the banner, and we're going to leave that open, as we might see another one of the same troops we just saw, the Rough Harvester, or we might see something even worse. So we're going to take the 3 here and see what happens. We also have that open as well. So That's a pretty big guy. So we're gonna just hero fall that. That's annoying. Let's get rid of that. Any more in your hand? No. So Seer is fine, so we can now block the 3-1 it just played. So if we get a shard, we can do the Shaper though, as we'll have Verdict to protect. So we'll do that. There's really no reason not to here. Obviously, oh well, I mean, yeah, there's really not a reason. It's unlikely that the computer is going to have multiple answers, like, you know, shard, kill, kill. I'm expecting to see Terrible Transfer, you know, it's AI. So I'm expecting to see Terrible Transfer come down. I'll stop that, and then I'll have this open for next turn, obviously, as it won't be able to play anything else. So let's see if I'm right about the Terrible Transfer. Oh, it's a kill. So, again, hopefully it doesn't have a shard into a second kill, as all we need to do is keep it alive one turn here. And yeah, we're fine. So, let's see what we get. Another hero fall, alright. So now here is where we want to try and hit that Brood Bounty again. So we'll play out that. We can do this, and honestly, there's nothing we need to kill, so we'll just leave that open. We'll pass the turn here, and we'll see if we get lucky with the Brood Bounty. But even if we don't, you know, we don't need to get a card draw on it. We could just get Renlock and do it that way. Because obviously we have, I mean, we only have one card, so it's not the best at the moment. Sadly, we're not drawing much of the card draw, but I guess we do only have 2 Oracles in this version. We do need to counter that, so that's not great. I mean, I technically could have just let it happen. Second Cyclone Shaper is pretty good, so we might as well play that. Really no reason not to. As, I mean, obviously an Extinction would be annoying, but it would still kill all those as well. And I don't think it runs Extinction. Maybe it does, I don't know. So we have a free, you know, -1 hero fall still. But now, at least even if one of these dies, it doesn't matter. But now we, alright, now you're making me cast it. Alright, let's kill. Now we've seen most of these played, so we'll just kill that. And we'll, oh, we got one from hand. Look at that, boom, hero fall, pretty nice. Now discard your own card. Alright, so can we get something nicer? Sadly, it's a transmog, which is kind of floobs. Coin the floobs. It is with card draw though. Let's just do it on this for no particular reason. So we'll do that. And there's a Renlock, so that's good. So we'll do that. Now all we need to do is draw Brood Bounty. Now it doesn't matter that we didn't, prophesize a Brood Bounty, because now we got Renlock on the board. Now he might die, but if he doesn't, we will quickly, especially if we get Brood Bounty, we'll quickly start going nuts. I mean, you know, again, we can just, it's basically be a guaranteed draw every turn, and more spiders. So as long as no removal comes out, we don't just draw dead. So we'll just pass the turn here. So yeah, let's attack in, pass the turn. Obviously I could have been attacking with these, but aww, Rennie, no! Maybe I should have held him. Technically it would have been the right move, but oh well. Poor Rennie. The other Shaper. I don't need this many Shapers, damn it. I want my Rennie back. And floobs. Alright, so at this point, we'll just see if we can get a Brood Bounty. And I mean, obviously you know how it's going to work. This will spawn a Dreadling, we get it back, and every turn we just get to play Brood Bounty over and over again. Pretty simple, but effective. As a win condition. Alright, that's pretty annoying. That could end up killing me quite easily. So, oh, there's another Renlock. So this time I will hold it because all my actions are going to be free forever. Forever and ever. And we don't want to have him getting minus down just yet, because we're going to need to draw into an answer, which is Hero Fall or Transmog. And we've already used a 1/1 there, and then 1/1 there. So we've only got 4 answers for this in the deck now. Come on, end the turn. So we've got 4 answers in the deck. I think we'll get there in time. Then again, I have to block this. Not yet, but crikey, maybe I won't. Maybe I'm gonna die. We'll see. Oh no! At least that would have killed Renlock, so that's okay. That's huge though. So we need a combo off right now. Here we go, Mindcall time. So don't play that first. Now we could just draw a shard here and I'm dead. So Oh, that's decent. That's decent. That's decent. Doing the Mindcall obviously on it doesn't really do anything, but we got, you know, as long as we just draw actions. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, so we got an answer there. Obviously, we have another one of those, but no need to play it. So we transmog this into, let's see, a snaky snake. All right, so that's fine. Now we'll just pass the turn, and now we're safe again. Now we're okay. We're okay. Was looking a bit hairy, but we should be able to combo off now pretty soon. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Come on. No more shards. All we need is a brood bounty. Just a brood bounty. One brood bounty. Well, let's do it. So again, all our actions are -6 cost. Pretty good. So brood bounty, please. Alright, that's nothing, so we're still fine. So brood bounty. Or Lanapause. Oh, come on. Let's get another banner, because why not? We'll just do it because we can. It doesn't really, I mean, technically you wouldn't do that in a normal game, especially if you're running against a deck that has answers for them. You'd want to keep one as a backup, because they may have global, you know, kill all constants type things. You know, you got wild diamond cards that do that. But in this case, since we're just mucking around, it doesn't matter. But yeah, all we need to do is draw one more action, and that might be enough to just start comboing. It also might not be. Oh, now Kismet! Kismet, why? Why you do this? Alright, blah blah. Eventually we're gonna get an action, and we're gonna just go nuts with it. It's gonna be awesome. But yeah, whatever. Alright, that's kind of annoying. I'll just take the damage, whatever. Maybe that's wrong. But it should be fine. Oh, come off it. Really? Oh man, I hate Flood. I just want an action. Oh, crikey. Am I just dead to... No, I'm not. But that's really bad. Oh no, I am dead now. Well, that sucked. So we didn't get to draw an action and now I die. Oh, didn't full swing. Alright, well, I guess I'm not dead yet, but we did lose the combo that we wanted to be starting. Now I'm going to draw Brood Bounty. You watch. You ready? Here it comes. Nope, just another Alright, screw it. You get the idea. Fuck it. I'm over it. So, blah. Bloody blahs. What a bunch of floobs. What a bunch of floobs, my friends. So yeah, let's end that there. I think is probably the best idea. So there we go. I will say thank you for watching that. I'm gonna be highlighting this now. At this point, I'm gonna still be streaming. I'm gonna try maybe do another sealed game or something. But that's the end of the first episode. You get the idea. Mindcall, Cyclone Shaper, various things you can do with it there. Feel free to comment in the on YouTube. That's where I'm gonna obviously be highlighting it too. But yeah, feel free to comment on stuff you like to use with either Mindcall or Cyclone Shaper, or any things you would maybe do differently. Feel free to comment on that stuff. But what, gonna have to edit that out of the video? Nah, it's fine. Whatever, I don't give a fuck. I'm too lazy. I don't do no video editing. So yeah, that'll do for that. But for those of you watching live on Twitch, stick around as I'm going to be still doing stuff. So I'm just going to now close out my PowerPoint and all that jazz. So let's also get out of that game, because god damn flipping Kismet. What a floober. So I'm also going to quickly just check my messages that some of you have been sending me. Alright.